Welcome, adventurers. We're going to open some Zendikar collector boosters. I have our roommate Cheyenne, and Danny's here,
Hello.
and
Hi.
then myself.
A little more to
And
towards
then-
Cheyenne. There you go, babe.
Okay.
Perfect.
But yes, the Zendikar released today, and the collector boosters are all the fancy, get all the full arts, and there's also going to be expeditions inside this box. But yeah, we're going to open it up and see what we get.
The box is pretty.
Yes.
The box is gorgeous.
It features our friend Omnath, who is now 4 colors. We're waiting for the 5th color Omnath
Everybody loves that guy.
to present itself.
Omnath is everybody's favorite right now.
Yes, he's probably the reason why we're getting bannings on Monday of standard.
I've watched some gameplay of the 4-color Omnath deck, and it is ridiculous.
Definitely.
There are 12 packs in here, we figured out.
Yes, there are 12 very special edition packs. We're going to save these for last, but you get 2 guaranteed expeditions in a full box. They are going to be non-foils, but that is okay. In a draft booster box, you get 1, and in a set booster box, you get 1.
Oh, you should also point out our lovely playmat.
Oh yeah, we
Our
decided we're
beautiful-
flexing our wedding playmat.
Yeah.
Danny and I got 1 each. We're using 1 for this. But yeah, a lot of the
Signed by
wizards
all the, yeah,
higher up signed it.
yeah,
Yes.
our
so
favorite playmat. We don't bring it out very often.
we have to flex. But yes, you can get full boxes of these products at your favorite local game store, such as Geeks and Games.
Is that your favorite?
I
That
think
is
that's our
one
favorite.
of
Is
our
that what you're saying?
favorites.
That's one of our favorites we like to go
Yep.
to.
One of our favorites. So,
Move them a little more toward the middle.
okay.
There we go.
I just want to keep this Lotus in view all the time,
Yeah.
so we're gonna do that. Okay. Okay, careful, because it'll fall. Yeah. It's
There we go. I'm just trying to...
okay. Well, because the cards will be down here.
Oh
Okay.
my god, I'm just trying to make sure everything's centered.
So yeah, so we're gonna go just one at a time and just pull these fancies.
What are we looking for ideally in these packs?
Anything that will fit in the cube that we're making.
Okay.
But if we can get a full art Omnath, that would be nice, just because they're pretty.
And then sell it before it gets banned.
Yeah, exactly. Sell it before it gets banned. You'll find foil tokens, and these are back and front tokens. So we've got Goblin Construct.
Oh, pretty.
Now this is made by our new little Goblin Rabble Master. This guy's, it's kind of a reverse Rabble Master though, because when it deals damage to a player, then they get this token that can't block, and so all it does is deal damage. Think of like the Chandra emblem. And then we've got a little Core Warrior, Core being one of the creature types of Zendikar. So like all collector packs, we're going to have a bunch of common and uncommon foils. So Synchronized Spellcraft.
Is it gonna have rares and stuff?
There will be multiple rares.
Oh, okay. And like
So-
mythics can be in here?
Yes. So we're going to kind of cruise through the commons, uncommons, because, well, that's all that they are. The foil flips are amazing, because you get the foil on the opposite side as well.
And is everything foil in these? looks like?
Yes.
Okay.
The-
So these are
there
very
there are
special.
some rares that will not be foils.
Okay.
All the commons, uncommons are foil.
Okay.
You also get foil lands, and
Oh.
this is the best,
So
like
pretty.
my favorite. So foil Earth Bowl. If anybody opens them and just doesn't want them, they can come this way, because I love the Earth Bowl. My favorite part about it
Very
is
pretty.
that it's upgraded Earth Bowl. So
Okay.
we've got some like building inside.
Okay.
We know that Zendikar is repairing itself after the Eldrazi, so
Okay.
it is most visible on the islands.
That is
We're gonna keep foil lands over there.
pretty bull.
Our full art rare is Throne of Mankindi.
Okay.
So just gorgeous. I love the full art treatment that they started doing. We have a foil Shatter Skull Charger.
It's an interesting card.
Yeah, Kicker is a returning mechanic.
I like kicker.
Yeah, we've seen it since as early as Invasion Block. I think Invasion Block, was it? Yes, Invasion Block. And it does something if you pay the extra cost. You're not required to, and it's already a good like 3 mana 4/3 with Trample and Haste. But if you kick it, it gets bigger.
And can you kick multiple times?
No, you can only pay the activated or the kicker cost once.
Okay.
Okay.
This card almost has like built-in dash, right?
Yes, kind of, yeah. So then we've got this is the kind of the landfall showcase art. You can kind of see like little
Go down just a little bit.
differences in the way it looks. It's full art and everything, and then has kind of cool bordering and everything. That's the new landfall treatment. So we've got that, and we've got this canyon jalopy.
So it's similar to what they did with like their comic arts.
Yeah, something like the
Yeah,
comic
yeah.
arts. So our special rare is Felidar Retreat. There's actually a lot of buzz about this guy.
It is super powerful. card.
Landfall, you get to put in a cat, or you get to put a 1 counter on each of your creatures, and they
Oh,
gain,
okay.
gain vigilance on a turn.
Yeah.
Zendikar Rising, or sorry, Battle for Zendikar had a similar retreat that made tokens or pump just for the turn. So this is a strict upgrade where it's putting counters on the creatures. So that's a beautiful one.
It's a good card too.
Our foiled special treatment is another Dreadworm, so that's nice. And full art Nimble Trap Finder. This guy features the new party mechanic. If a cleric, rogue, or warrior or wizard, which makes your party think D&D, comes into play, he becomes unblockable for the turn. And if you have a full party, then creatures, when they deal combat damage to a player, you draw a card until end of turn. So yeah, pretty fancy.
Yeah.
I'll try and open the next one. So yeah, we'll see what happens. So far, people have reported getting possibly only 1 expedition in boosters, some up to 3. So it just depends.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I like this. We got a nice little insect.
Ooh,
Like,
foil
Cool.
insect,
it's a good
Pretty.
green.
like a little horned beetle.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got Drake,
Okay, Drake.
baby, going on here.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
All
They're
right.
pretty foil.
A quick run through for these commons and uncommons.
All right.
It's just hard to see them on camera is the only
Yeah.
thing, but
I think on the video it's going to come up a little bit better, possibly.
That's for each creature.
It's
in
still
your hand.
good.
This
Oh,
is
this
an
guy-
interesting card, actually.
Or he
Which one is
costs
that one?
less. This is a Seagate Colossus.
okay.
It's a 7-mana 7/5, but
Huh.
it can cost less. It can cost up to 4 less for each
I think I
creature
remember
in
you
your
guys
party.
talking about this card
Yeah.
recently. I'm
It's
a
an
little
extremely good limited bomb.
Yeah, that's one thing
so
that'll be interested in.
Draft, you'll want to pick it up.
Axe.
So one of the things that was to note that's new about Zendikar Rising is almost all, if not all, the equipment attaches to a creature when it comes into play.
I really like that new addition in gameplay. It really makes equipment a little bit more playable versus like taking a turn off to play an equipment and hope to equip it the next turn. or
Exactly.
something. Instead, it immediately comes on, which makes it a little bit more relevant.
So there's a lot of positive upside.
Spikefield Hazard. This is a pretty big card right now. I'm seeing a ton of play.
When it's a flip.
Yeah, it is a flip. It's a beautiful art on the back.
Yeah, it's great.
So you play it as a land, but as Shannon was talking about it getting a lot of play for an instant speed, 1 mana, 1 damage, has a lot of potential in not only standard, but it's hitting other formats. Because you think of like Noble Hierarchs, even Lotus Covers that are
Lotus
being in
Covers
standard
right
now.
And then the extra text of exile it
Yes.
if it was dealt damage. So you can tag an Uro as it's being sacrificed.
Oh yeah, because it dealt damage and
Yeah.
then it left.
So it does 1 damage
and it dies this turn. Yeah.
So it'll exile it. So that's the big move right now.
Okay.
The land, we get a nice swamp.
Ooh.
I like swamp.
That's a
Swamps.
really nice swamp.
Lily, our daughter, is our black princess, so she loves her swamps.
Yes. I'm gonna move the lands because they're not in view this far away. So we'll just put them right here just so everybody
Yes,
can see.
yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See the gloriousness.
Now full art, borderless. This is a card I think has a lot of promise once they get rid of the absurd mid-range card that is Omnath.
Yes.
Inscription of Insight. I think it feels really good. 4 mana to just do a lot. It's sorcery speed, which is a little bit painful, but it's still really powerful. And if you can ever kick it which again, a control deck you want to get to 8 mana generally by mid to late game anyway. It does so much.
I like the inscriptions. Modal cards have always been fun and exciting, and then we get quite a few different inscriptions in this set.
Magnetic Channeler. It's a pretty foil rare going on here. What else is on
We're
here?
already seeing play in the black red sacrifice decks and everything. Because when you're putting a bunch of cards into your graveyard, I play against it a lot in Historic actually.
2 mana 4/4.
Yep,
potentially.
exactly.
And then it has the ability to draw you 2 more cards. I really like that they've added to a lot of the red cards now. The exile, and you can kind of play them until end of turn. It's like pseudo card advantage. You're not really drawing them, but it gives you that chance to go ahead and do that anyway. Canopy Baloth, Landfall. This will probably just be like solid and limited. I don't know if it'll see any other play outside of that.
Right.
Sorry,
I'll
that's
just
our
put it right
music
here.
in the background. If we can hear that, we'll turn that down.
Brushfire
You guys don't wanna hear
Elemental.
all of
This
them?
card I think is absurd, and I really like this art actually. This
Yeah.
art is pretty sweet. art right here.
Brushfire is really good because of its aggressive nature and then landfall. Plus, it has some evasion.
It's got that evasion is real. I've seen it happen so much, especially in a world right now where we got 2/2 Felidars being made pretty consistently.
Yep.
This card I think is going to see a lot of play consistently.
Yep.
Ooh, we got a Phylath World Sculptor.
Byleth is amazing. It is the kind of the baby Avenger of Zendikar. Or maybe this is what Avenger of Zendikar is avenging. We don't know. It cares about basic lands, and then it pumps up a one plant token rather than all your plant tokens, but it makes it bigger, like a 4/4. So that one's good.
Got a Fearless Fledgling.
Okay. Okay.
Just a landfall flyer. Probably really solid and limited. Not something that's going to be too insane. And then the full art foil here is Inscription, the green Inscription.
Ooh.
This is some really pretty art. I really like green in the foil. Like, I don't know, it's just a light coloring, green and orange. I think
You had me at green.
They're really good. I'm not sure how much play this Inscription itself may or may not see. It's modal, so obviously it's going to be really good. And it's an instant, which gives it a good bonus.
Instant at the top end of 5 mana is really good, especially when you're picking like 3 or 4 different things. So. All right, so we're gonna get another good insect, so that's exciting. And then a cat. Here's our 1/1 cat.
Meow.
Yep.
Meow meow.
All right, just to go through the commons and uncommons really quick.
I got a Rabbit Bite.
I do like my
Yeah.
cats.
Vastwood Fortification is actually one that I really like. It's a 1 mana instant that puts just 1/1 counter on a creature. Or you can use
I
it for a
like
land. So
Really good limited
That's,
play.
yeah,
it's
kind
versatile.
of whatever you need.
Yeah, exactly.
These land flip spells I think are a big deal. I think it's a
They're-
really good addition to the game.
Exactly. The land flips are going to take a lot of the variance out of the game
Yeah, the
because
resource variance. Yeah.
we were talking about how most decks will be running 24 to 26 lands, but then you have spells that are lands also. So now you're up to almost 30 lands, and when half your deck is land, you shouldn't be missing a beat ever.
I've seen most lists now playing like between 16 and 20 lands, and then playing like 8 to 10 flip lands.
That's a beautiful plains. Getting some Esper going on.
So pretty.
All right, our full art is a Maul of the Skyclaves. This one is aggressive. Equip creature gets +2/+2 flying and first strike for only 3 mana, because remember, it's going to attach itself when it comes down to play. So that's pretty solid.
Flying is a really big deal.
Mhm.
Big
I
evasion.
love flyers,
Yep.
especially when I don't know what
You
I'm
win
doing.
quite a few drafts off of just drafting blue-white flyers.
I love my blue white
It's
flyers.
tried and true.
So fine.
Regular foil Nimble Chapfinder.
I feel like I've seen that card before.
I think so. We've got a Lagak.
No. Lagak.
Spitfire Lagak landfall. This one just pings things. Kazandu Necropot, or Nectarpot, this guy gains you life on landfall, so that's great.
Harkens back to, what was that one? The 1 mana 0/3?
Yeah. This one gets a little bit better because it's a 1/3, so you're paying 1 more mana for it, but it's back in prior Zendikar, it helped a lot with the aggro decks. So.
Yeah. The 1 power is a big deal.
Exactly. Morog, Fury of Akum. We were actually just talking about this yesterday about infinite land or infinite attack phases and stuff. So This guy may do well in like a green-red aggro.
Green-red
Possibly
aggro's
Naya gets there too.
Green-red aggro is pretty big right now.
Yes. Let's see. We have a foil Prowling Felidar. Okay. He just pumps himself up on landfall. And this is awesome. We have our full art foil flip, Turn Timber Symbiosis. It turns into... So these lands are unique because they come into play, you pay 3 life to get the one source, so they're not better than shock lands. But, you know, it's kind of a balance now. The front end is great. I've been talking a lot about this because I'm a green player, and we've seen a lot of these cards where you search the top X cards of your library and put in a creature, and a lot of times in green, sometimes you just whiff anyway, and you get like a Llanowar Elves, a 1/1. This one will say that if the card has, or if the creature has 3 mana or less, you put 3/1/1 counters on it when it comes into play. So you get your bomb, or you get like a little mana dork, and it still becomes a 4/4. So it's, I think, a positive change to the to our green spells that we've seen before.
Oh, so excited.
Yes.
Back. Ooh, I like this. I really like this art here. This is a copy token.
Ooh, copy tokens from there is the Lithomancers, the Lithomancer engine or something. I can't remember what it's called, but basically, yeah, you copy a target permanent spell on the stack. So as you're casting something, then you make a copy of it.
There's another cat. The cat beast.
Cat
so
beast.
This one goes meow.
This will be for our enchantment.
Yep.
Meow.
Meow.
I guess it'd be like meow versus meow.
Those are the ones that you see when you go to the gym and there's a cat there pressing.
Meow.
Alright, just a quick run through commons and uncommons. So this art is gorgeous, so you don't want to miss out on a lot of these.
Yeah.
I really look forward to drafting this set. Limited looks like it'd be a lot of fun. Rolling regrowth.
I like rolling regrowth because it's the better Harrow. You don't lose the land if it gets countered.
Harrow.
Yep, Harrow.
Alright, this isn't a bowl, but it is a gorgeous island.
Oh, still best card in Magic. Well, except for this year when green became the best card in Magic.
I really like the contrast and the depth that it gives with like the falling rock and then the waterfall behind.
Yes, it is most
really
excellent.
pretty.
Alright, we have a borderless full art Kargan Intimidator. I think it's going to be a staple right now in the green-red aggro decks. I think even the mono-red aggro decks are playing this. Just its ability to swing for 4, to make something, give it like a pseudo-evasion.
Yep.
You know, calls you a coward, kind of points you out.
Yeah, it's like, hey now, you're not blocking me.
Coveted Prize. Very curious about this card. It's a really powerful tutor for really cheap, so if we get any form of like pseudo combo deck in the format, this may be like really good in that aspect, but
Yep.
unlikely to see one.
But if you have a full party, after you cast it, you do get to cast a spell that costs 4 or less from your hand. So
reminiscent of what's the
Dark Petition.
Dark Petition,
where you get 3 mana after.
Kindi Ox, just big ol' ox,
Just McKindy Ox, yeah.
big ol' ox. Territorial Scythe Cat. Put a +1/+1 counter. I think that's really
Okay.
good. This will
Yeah.
be pretty solid.
Pretty good limited staple.
Ooh.
This is a cube card.
Oh yeah, we
needed one.
Alternate full art Lotus Cobra. It's not
It's
foil,
not foil, but it's still a cube version.
and just the color palette they use gorgeous.
Yes.
I like that.
We're gonna set that to the side because that's we'll put it in our cube stack.
Got another ox. I brought me
I'm gonna
ox.
be able to make like an ox deck with all these foil McKindy Oxes.
Ooh, I like this one a lot. Shaya Soul of the Wild. This card I think is absurd.
He creates a lot of evasion.
Super powerful. There's a lot of really weird things that can go on with the Shaya due to the unique ability that they have here.
Non-token creatures are forests in addition that you control are in forests in addition to their land type. So he himself is a forest, so at minimum he's a 1/1. But now cards that say destroy target non-land permanent can't kill your creatures, things like that.
And it's just the amount of power this adds to the battlefield on average. You're gonna play this, and it's gonna on average probably be anywhere between a 7/7 to a 10/10.
Yeah, so give him trample. We have a foil plant. Yeah, from our Avenger, and more Drake.
More Drake.
We're more Hotline Bling.
Yep.
All right, so we'll cruise through the commons and uncommons. We have some Angel Clerics. Those are Basswood. Okay, so we get to our foil forest. It's nice to see one of these guys. We have our full art Null Priest of Oblivion. This guy's good because it's a 2-mana 2/1 Menace and Lifelink, but if you kick him, then he's going to return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. So for 6 mana, you get 2 dudes. I expect to see this guy in a lot of play. We have a foil Scoot Swarm. This guy's actually been wrecking in Standard and in Historic online. Because when you have 6 lands, you make a copy of it. If you have less than 6 lands and a land comes into play, then you just make an insect. We've seen a couple of those foil tokens. But the ability to make a copy of itself...
that's huge.
Yeah, so on 6 lands you get 2 of them, on the 7th land you get 4 of them, and it just keeps on going like from there. Akum... Yep, Scoot. Akum Hellhound is our 1-drop 0/1 with landfall. Those from the original Zendikar will remember the Step Links, which was the white version of this guy, and boy did that wreck Standard. Another Prowling Felidar, not foil. Ooh, we have a full art Flip Land. This is our new dual lands. This is a forest or it is a plains.
Okay.
I really like the design of these lands. It doesn't allow for absurd broken mana bases, but it allows a little bit more consistency.
They don't come into play on tapped.
Yeah, for multicolored decks, you're gonna have more consistent mana bases, but you don't get to play absurd mana bases. They're like, oh, you gotta play 4 or 5 colors all the time easily and not be punished.
Now, a little note on the modal lands, modal cards. You have to decide what you're doing with it as you're playing it. So, with these lands, you're either going to play it as a green source or a white source. With the spells, you either play it as a land and then it's a land, or you play it as a spell later. But you decide on the time you're using it. Foil Canyon Jiroba, and our a foil Null Priest of Oblivion. Full art. That's nice.
Menace like, oh yeah,
this is the one that recurs.
This is the, what's that uncommon? It's like a 2-mana 2/1 with lifelink.
Yes.
It's like an uncommon. It's like that one on steroids. I remember the name of it. It's in almost every other set.
I can't remember the card you're talking about.
Yeah, it's a vampire. It's a 2-mana 2/1 with lifelink.
Yeah, okay. I can't remember what it's called, but Child of the Night.
Yeah. It's like a Child of Night on steroids.
Just with more, yeah.
Really good, yeah.
Oh, Child of Night is one of my favorite cards.
It's literally all you drafted was Child of Night.
I love my black cards.
Oh yeah, Child of Night's good. I mean, it's a 2/1. It trades early. You gain life.
It's a flyer.
Oh, not the flyer. You're thinking of Vampire Nighthawk. Child of Night is just a 2/1 lifelinker.
I like my Vampire Nighthawk.
All right. Let's slide on through these commons and uncommons. Scavenger Blade seems interesting.
Okay, yeah, the red artifact.
Oh, look at Disenchant.
Yeah, that's right. Disenchant was reprinted, so that's nice.
Spoils of Adventure. This card seems very interesting.
Yeah.
Hopefully, as we pull away from the crazy Omnath mid-range decks, this might.
Then we get to party mid-range decks.
Yeah. Some of the other archetypes can flex a little bit.
Yep.
Sun Division. That's a flip.
This is a flip land. The
that
art
is gorgeous.
on these lands is just insane. I love it.
That is gorgeous.
Yeah.
All right, we've got a plains.
All right. So now we're just missing a mountain
got some
for
red.
full arts.
It's all right. We don't need mountains.
Nobody
likes red anyway. We have a full art Portalist Seagate Stormcaller.
Our pseudo Snapcaster essentially copies the next instant or sorcery you cast. And if you kick it, it does it twice. You're probably never going to be kicking this card because just the range of just paying 2 mana to copy the next spell is insane. This one should do well.
This will be interesting in Commander when you want to copy, your Time Walk.
Yeah.
Times, yeah. Everybody likes those people.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Foil Lotus Cobra.
All right.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at them. Look at them.
They're like little buddies.
Got another Kazandar Nectar Pool. Kazandu Nectar Pool.
Yep.
Interesting card. Interesting card. Got a Skyclave Geopede.
All right.
Just another boy
solid
that grows.
It's almost like the green version, except the green version is a 2-1, I think.
Ooh, all right. Borderless Clearwater Pathway.
Another modal.
These lands, I think, are going to see really decent play. I think
so.
Hopefully they continue this style. I like it a lot. It's just super nice.
Yeah.
We have a Spitfire Lagak.
In foil.
Everybody likes their Lagaks.
Yep. We've got green Lagax, red Lagax.
And then the Wayward Guide Beast.
Ooh.
Foil Borderless. I'm not sure. This card, it seems like it's really good, but that bouncing the land may be more of a payment than we might expect.
See, this is where we combo it with the Minotaur, and then in standard you get the Naya version where you have a creature that can put a land from your hand into play if you tap it, and that's a 3-card combo. Or you get a 3-card combo in Historic where you can just go red-green. You don't have to go the third color to do the same effect. And this would be your source to be able to keep on having that land drop to go infinite.
Yeah, you have the combo with pretty cards now.
Foil Construct and Foil Angel Warrior.
Oh, the Angel Warrior.
Yeah.
That.
All right, so we're just over halfway done here, it looks like. Cruise through these guys. A normal Hellhound. I think he's going to see a lot of play.
Mm-hmm.
We have Warriors get +1/+1, so we have another Lord. This one's a 3/3 for 3 mana. Usually they're 2/2s for 2 mana, so it's an interesting little take on the upgrade. Here is our foil mountain. You ask and you shall receive. Danny's excited for mountains.
Love mountains.
She plays Modern Burn, so
Yes.
we have to leave some allowance for red.
I guess.
Full art Visitor Call. Split
This one's
current.
interesting.
This one will at least come with 2 counters because you can pay a blue and a green and 0 and it'll be a 2/2. But it comes with 1/1 counters for each mana spent to cast it. And then whenever you cast a kick spell, you may remove 2 1/1 counters to copy that spell, and you may choose new targets for the copy. So you can even, if you're kicking permanents, you can make copies of those permanents and everything. I was thinking about copying Jace's and then realized that it doesn't work out well because while he himself makes a non-legendary version of himself, this one does not, so it would kill one of them coming in.
Make a legendary Jace. That'd be interesting if it.
A foil Angel of Destiny. Probably like this one.
Flying
like
double strike.
Angels.
Well, yeah.
Giving this card double strike made it much better than.
Oh yeah. I didn't actually read all the text because this is like another questing beast where it has infinite text. But having double strike as a 2/6 is actually really worth it.
Yeah, Wizards has been printing novels lately.
Yeah, they have. Apparently we don't read enough, or they figured out how to template cards. So like way back in the day when you just have a block of text and a little picture up on top. Now they've known how to
This card is perfect for those EDH players that don't like to be aggressive or cause problems.
and just
They
want to
like
win
go,
right there. Yeah.
I just won the game.
Okay, our rare is Valakut Exploration. This one is actually really interesting because it gives the landfall exile the top card of your library. You may play that card for as long as it remains exiled, which we've seen a lot in red. But the new addition to this, which makes it extremely powerful, is the beginning of your end step. If there are cards that are exiled with Valakut's Expedition, you put them in your graveyard, and then it deals damage equal to that many cards to your opponent. You usually don't get the ability to possibly get them back or get them as a resource in red, so I expect to see a lot of good things out of that one. Another foil Lagak. All we're doing is getting foil Lagaks.
The Lagax.
And we have our foil Expedition, Marsh Flats.
Oh, wow.
I just want to talk about how, well, first off, I'm excited to get a foil Expedition, but just look how beautiful. I'm going to see if...
Turn it, yeah.
See if it'll calibrate itself.
It was looking a little.
Just like the foiling process on these, and you can kind of see, hopefully, that there's almost a 3-dimensional look to the way the colors and the borders interact with each other. They really outdid themselves with the new Expedition look. Does anyone see this? How pretty that is. So yeah, being a fetch land, that is wheeling right into the cube.
Yeah, that is gorgeous. That was a really good,
Yeah,
good pull.
that's definitely a good hit.
And Marsh Blast is up there.
Yeah,
Ooh, all right.
That's a money card.
it is a
We've
money
got,
card.
we got a Hydra.
Ooh,
I
Hydra.
like that. Some cool art too. And on the other side, ooh, it's just an illusion. This is a life we live now. All right, let's fly through these here. Chilling Trap.
Spike the Monstrous. That's a reprint if I remember. 4 mana, kill a 4 power more.
This is I don't like this one. Sand Wastes, yeah. Utility.
It secures your landfall though.
It does. I saw someone say that this was an upgraded. What was the energy card? Attune with Nature.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't believe so because
Yes.
energy was just so broken.
Yeah, I was like, no.
You can't upgrade from there.
Harry's Binding, Skyclave Shadowcat, Allied Assault. All right. Going on to the cool stuff. Forest.
I'm really okay with foil
Really
forests.
pretty forest there.
These are going into the cube too. We need foil lands.
Skyclave Apparition. I really like this card.
Speaking of your illusion,
This is, yeah, I think this is. I really like how they've moved into these exile effects to where they don't give you the original card back.
yeah, but they give you something else
Yeah.
that may or may not be good. But
But-
yeah, it definitely answers the threat.
Yeah, exactly. So not giving the original thing back makes it a little bit more. It makes it less risky to play these
Yeah.
types of effects. I really enjoy that. Shadow's Verdict.
Okay.
I like this card. It's very reminiscent of there's a 5 mana instant that does the same thing.
I can't remember which one, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. But yeah,
it
just being
doesn't-
able to
it doesn't
exile,
exile, yeah.
pretty much everything.
We got a squid.
You squeed.
Got a squid.
I hope we get the crab, the upgraded crab.
Got another Prowling Felidar.
All right.
Some cats.
Yep. Meow.
All right, the rare we got coming in, Skyclave Shade.
Ooh, this is
I
a
actually
fun
haven't
one.
even seen this one yet. If it was kicked, it enters with 2/1, so it becomes a 5/2 for 5 mana.
Yes.
Pretty solid. And then Landfall. Oh, you can cast it from your graveyard. That's really
Yep.
good.
So yeah, just the ability to use it as a discard fodder if you need to,
Yeah.
and then being able to cast it. It's pretty solid.
It's a downplayed Bloodghast.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, so it should see play in some good black aggro decks.
Territorial Scythe Cat.
Okay.
Meow. Meow.
Meow.
It's got little scythes on it. What?
Oh yeah, because it's Scythe Cat.
Yeah, that's intense. All right, and as I said, I
Ooh.
really like this card.
Foil apparition.
So borderless foil Skyclave Apparition. I think it's great. I think it's going to see a lot of play, especially if and when we see the removal of this silly Omnath deck.
This is the second pack that we've seen the full art rare be also the foil full art. Another insect. And Mao. All right, Tormenting Voice gets a reprint. That's actually pretty exciting that red continues to get draw cards. Torga Visionary. Okay. All right, we've got another with these. I really like the art on this swamp. Yeah.
Especially in foil, it really adds the depth.
Exactly. And with the greens, like green and black will work really well together, make that really haunting look. Hagra Mauling. This is one of those modal lands. But what I like about this is it is a kill spell, destroy target creature. If your opponent has no basic lands, it only costs 3 mana as an instant. I got wrecked the other day in Historic because I'm playing my new mud deck and I didn't have any of my mountains out.
Oh,
so just 3 mana, kill my Golos.
Yeah, and the flip lands aren't basics, which is
Ooh.
important to realize.
We have a foil flippy.
Pathway.
Yeah, so red on one side, green on the other.
I really like Hagra Mauling. I think this is a great card.
I think so too. We have another McKindy Ox.
Got me ox.
Yep, got me oxes. Another squid.
Squid.
Okay, and we
Squidward.
have the full art. Taiga, yeah.
Tiger.
Yeah. So that's pretty awesome. I wonder if maybe those will make the cube. I don't know. Foil Necropot. Okay, that's our life gainer. And full art Visharn the placeable earth. He's going to guarantee your land drops because he's going to pull plains and a forest from your deck. Basics, forests and basic plains. Also, players cannot pay life or sacrifice non-land permanents to cast spells or activate abilities.
It'd be like an interesting commander.
So your fetch lands, I'm actually using it in Brawl now. Your fetch lands still work and everything, but yeah, there's a lot of things this thing shuts off. It's pretty solid.
All right, for all you plant lovers out there, we've got one.
More plants.
Look at that. And then got some more Drake. A little drizzy going on. Drizzling about.
Yep. Little drizzy.
All right. Now some sweet art. I actually like that's kind of cool.
Oh, nice. Little
right in the earth. Got a pack beast. Oh, Cleansing Wildfire. I actually think this one will see some interesting play as well. Destroy a land.
And then search. You can use it on your own too, which is great.
Yeah. I've seen some. What's that? What's the planes that you destroy and then go search for?
Flagstones of
Flagstones.
Yep.
Bala Get Recovery. This is seeing some play. This is one of the flip lands. I really like these cards. Just can't.
Yeah, they did really well with the back with the modal art.
All right, I don't like mountains, but this mountain is awesome.
It's almost like Valakut, like the
just like floating in the sky with some lava pouring. Imagine standing under that. Ooh.
Really cool thing about Zendikar is just how impressive the mana is, and it just like lets land just be lifting.
Another trap finder. We're gonna have a place at a pretty trap finder.
I think so. Yeah.
At the end of all this.
Let's hope they're actually like usable.
Undo inversion. I like this. I think this will be good in some control decks. Just blowing everything up. Or you play land.
Oh, and it's foil too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of talk that it's not going to be as good as on paper as we think because it costs 8 mana, but not only do I play green, so I don't care about mana, but in control decks, keeping the board still until you get to 8 isn't necessarily a hard thing to do.
And just playing lands is what they want to do anyway. We got a Lagak.
More Lagacs.
More Lagaks.
We're going to make a Lagak deck.
Another Fearless Fledgling. Decent. I think it's going to be a decent limited card.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Fearless Jace Mirror Mage. I think this card's
Here's our
solid.
kicker, Jace.
Yeah, I think I think he has a lot of utility. I think the value you'll get from him in situations where you're able to kick him is really, really solid.
Yep.
Even just being a 3-mana walker at 4 loyalty is pretty strong by itself.
I think this is going to be a good Jace to use.
I got me axe.
Yep, a foil axe.
Then attaches. It's a big creature. I like that. And then we have another instance where one of our foils becomes our full art. So we've got
full
the
art foil.
Version. Look at that. That is pretty
beautiful.
Land with no border.
Almost looks like Sarah's Realm
Oh yeah.
from us ancient people. All right. We have another plant. Getting a lot of plants and Angel Warrior. Because that art's like really, it's like old comic booky almost.
I wonder how she can see with a halo around her.
You don't question these things. She's an angel. Oh, these pack fresh foils are just like blending.
Yeah.
All right, so we have Whirlpool Island. This is a beautiful art.
That is awesome.
Yeah. It's like, look at the motion in that art. It's pretty impressive.
Motion in the ocean.
Motion in the ocean. All right, so we have Aura, Skyclave Hierophant. This guy's going to be interesting, I think. 4-drop Cleric Core, 3/3 with lifelink, and then he has text. When him or another cleric you control dies, return a cleric card with lesser converted mana cost from your graveyard to the battlefield. He's going to go good in a lot of aristocrat type decks.
Yeah, and it's a cleric that heals other clerics.
Exactly, and they just keep on bringing each other back, and I think he's going to do well.
Is the 2-mana sacrifice creature?
I do believe
Is
so.
that a cleric? Yeah.
Foil Relic Robber, this guy makes that little token we talked about, the very first token, the Goblin. where when he deals damage to a player, they make their little 1/1 colorless goblin construct, and it deals damage to people. So
That's annoying.
so annoying. Another Hellhound. Let's see. Oh, here we are. The upgraded crab.
Crabs.
This is the a relic or the Hedron crab upgrade for 1 mana 0/3, and landfall hits all your opponents for 3 cards. All right, so we have a Kazandu Mammoth, yeah.
This card is seeing play in landfall decks right now.
Yeah, there's not a ton of excitement about this guy, though. As a green player, I'm not excited either. 3 mana 3/3 is great, and he gets pumped up with landfall. You have to give him trample or something for him to be really, really good, I think. But still, even for 3 mana on turn 4, attacking for 5 isn't bad, but
Yeah, especially alongside the other landfall creatures.
us green players aren't excited about him yet.
It's only because green cards are meant to draw cards and win you the game now.
Exactly, and stop counters and stuff. We have a foil Rune
Oh,
Crab, so
Rune
that's
Crab.
pretty, yeah. So my wish has been done. All right, ooh, and a foil Enawan the Rune Thief.
That's
Again,
the Rogue Lord.
yeah, this is the Rogue Lord. Other rogues you control get +1/+1. Whenever one or more rogues deal combat damage to a player, that player mills a card for each 1 damage dealt to them. If the player mills at least 1 creature card this way, you draw a card.
It's very interesting how rogues have been kind of shimmied into the mill strategy as well.
Yeah. Well, because they kind of just like sneak in and go, ninja, ninja.
Like start taking it from your brain.
Yeah. Let's cross our fingers for one more expedition. We'll see.
All right. Got some more insects. Got some bugs. Some bug action going on. And another angel warrior.
Yeah.
Yep.
Had a couple of those in the last couple packs.
All right. Oh, Into the Royal. Really like this card.
A solid reprint.
It's a really good card. 1 mana, 1/1. You know, gotta get those death touch guys going on.
Yeah, yeah. Elf Rogue.
Got Meox.
We have so many foil Makindioxes.
Wizard. This was the creature you're talking about, right?
Yeah, that is the creature for
combo.
standard to make the combo, because when landfall triggers on the Minotaur and you attack again, you're going to untap him, and then you're going to bounce the land back, and yeah, it's great.
To play. All right. Got a pretty swamp.
Nice.
That swamp, Danny.
I love swamps.
Oh, swamp
Yep.
about.
You love swamps. Lilios love swamps. There's
Yep.
swamps everywhere.
All right. Borderless, full art, Valakut Awakening.
Ooh, and this is a modal too.
Interesting. Put any number of cards from your hand on the bottom of your library and draw that many +1.
This is going to be great in the red decks, because when you start flooding out, like we always know that happens in red, somehow you just didn't die because you're going to be able to cycle all your lands
And
and
it's
draw
a
more cards.
Minimum, just draw 1.
Yep.
Very release. It's a redraw. It's like a cycle. Roiling Vortex. This is very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's an upgrade, but it is an annoying card.
It's similar to Sulfuric Vortex.
Yeah, it's very similar to Sulfuric. It only does 1 damage as compared to 2, I believe.
Yep, and it's modal. You can it stops your opponents from gaining life.
Yeah, instead of
this turn.
players can't, it's only opponents. I
Yeah,
think,
exactly.
Which is pretty solid.
And plus, making it so free spells deal damage. That's solid.
Always, no mana. So that works with like the bobble decks too. You spend 0 mana to cast the bobble, you take 5.
The Bobble's Golos decks too.
Sky. Oh, both goes, yeah. Very interesting. Squid. Word.
Squidward.
Canopy Bala. Ooh, we've got a pathway.
Ooh.
Right climb pathway. I
Alright.
kind of like that art, actually.
Yeah, that's
Flipped into a grim climb pathway.
Alright.
It's just kind of scary, like friendly, scary.
little note. All these flips are they're all called pathways because they're going to your skyclaves.
Got another Hellhound.
Yep.
That pretty Hellhound.
Nice.
Your card's pretty good. And then a Phylath World Sculptor.
Full art foil. All right, not
Gotta make
bad.
them plants. Gotta make
Yep.
them plants to make them plants huge.
All right.
Huge.
You want to open the first one? I will open the second one.
All right. All right.
We'll,
See what we get.
so now, as a reminder, these are non-foil expeditions,
But they're guaranteed expeditions.
but they are guaranteed expeditions.
Which is exciting always.
Yep.
What is it? Drum roll, please. Horizon Canopy. Wow.
Ooh.
That's a good one. It's always a good card to get.
That is an
Really
excellent
old
one.
value.
Yeah, Horizon Canopy being the thing to start all the pay one to draw card lands.
Yep.
We saw in Modern Horizons
The OG.
the cycle, actually. Alright, and then this one is Blackcleave Cliffs. This is one of our fast lands from the original Mirrodin. Comes into play on tap.
Just a little bit.
I think it's one of the more valuable.
Yeah,
Actually, black red is always.
it's
one of the-
pretty solid. It's yet another cube card.
I like
So
black red, yeah.
yeah,
Cube cards.
cube cards.
Cute cards.
All right, well that is the collector box again.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, support your local game stores, and where you can find the full boxes, and do play as long as they're allowing it, and yeah, I think that's
Support your cardboard crack addiction.
exactly. So we will catch you guys next time when we open something else.
Bye, guys.
Woo!